All right, welcome to our 2025 Deluxe Caravan. It is the Eclipse model, 20 foot, and I'm going to run you through the entire outside and Jess is going to take you through the inside today. So let's get started. All right, guys, so I'm going to start with the framing of this thing. Basically, Deluxe has brought out the XP Tech composite range, and if you don't know what composite is, it's a skin, an adhesive, a foam in a one big single panel. So this whole side of the van is one panel along with the other side and then across the top. Basically, the benefits of composite is why we sort of changed vans. So going from an 18 foot to a 20 foot van, we were going to come across a heavier van, obviously. With a bigger size comes that. The composite is a lot lighter than your timber and aluminium frames. So that was one of the big benefits, especially going up to a dual axle. We knew we were going to gain that weight. The insulation. So we've had some cold nights already in this van and it stays warm. And even the hot days, like today's hot, and it stays cool in there when we've got everything shut up. So that's another big benefit of us having this. And another thing is the strength of this van. These panels are so strong compared to others and rot proof, obviously. No timber in them means they can't rot. All right, so let's take you through the outside. It is a dual axle, like I said before. We opted for the dual axle after the Nullarbor. We blew our tyre. If you've seen our previous videos, you would have seen that. And it scarred us, to be honest. Like, we're in WA and we were scared of towing because of that feeling of that wheel bursting and the whole van dropping. So dual axle was a must for us. We've opted for mud terrains purely for looks. Like, we just like the look of them. There's no bigger advantage from all terrains and mud terrains when you're on a caravan because there is no power to the wheels. So it's purely a look thing and probably an ego thing because we like it. Underneath, we have the Alpha airbag suspension. It is the stage 3, meaning we have a air compressor on board and an air tank on board. It is a complete luxury pulling up to site, not having to worry if it's level or not. It's a game changer. Like, we've been on beaches digging out under the tyres trying to get it level. Now coming to our little box over here where it's all controlled from, dumping some pressure on either side or raising a side, all from this control panel right here, is complete game changer for us. We're still wrapping our head around this whole thing, so everything on this van is as new to us as it is you, but we love it so far. While I've got you down here, we have 1, 2, 3 fresh water tanks and a grey water tank down there, taking our total fresh water to 285 litres, which is holy moly, insane. So off grid now, we can stay for much longer, knowing we can shower, do our dishes and all those luxury things. All right, so I'm going to start and we're going to go down the side of the van. So we have the dual slide out toolbox with our gas bottles in the middle. It slides out. We've got the Weber on this side and I've got my tools on the other side. I'll show you when we get around there. But we opted for the Weber to go in the toolbox purely because of smell. So our last van, we had the Weber sitting in the hull right here. And over time, I noticed that it was just smelling with all our things in there. So I didn't like that. Space in there too. So if you've got things in the middle, I like to keep it empty or as empty as possible and be able to move things if you need to get to it. We've got the fishing rod holders from Anaconda. I will link them right here because they are a lifesaver when you're trying to take fishing rods around Australia. What else do we got? We have LED lights all along the side of the van, our gas bayonet, so that just reaches to the Weber. Drop down table here, some more lights, 10 amp outlet, USB 12 volt outlet, and surround sound speakers so we can push them in or out, whatever we're feeling at the time. On the back, we've got 2 jerry can holders, an outdoor shower, which we have actually never tried yet. I'm interested to try that, that'll be fun. A spare tyre, the exact same as what we're running on the van. We got the rear camera, which I also haven't set up yet, and a rear external light, which is lovely for when you're trying to work around the van at night time. We have the Fogarty, I think it's Fogarty or Foggy, whatever you know, Bugatti instant hot water. unreal. So we'll go in the van. Most people have to flick their hot water on and wait 10-15 minutes. I know we used to in the old van. You don't even have to do that. It just stays on. You go in, flick your hot water on your tap. It's hot water in 10-15 seconds. It's awesome. Our grey water, and down here we've got our 3-point fill up. So this is another thing that I love, is being able to select which tank we want to fill up. So if we're at a place that's, say, got bore water or something and we have to use it, like there's no water for ages, we can fill up one tank purely of that bore water and use that for showers and dishes or something that we're just not going to drink, and save the other two for drinking water, if you know what I mean. So that's been awesome, being able to individually fill these up. That's our main water connection as well. So if we're at a caravan park, we just plug straight into that. Taking you further around the van, that's the access panel to the top of the fridge. If you've got to do any work in there, that's our Starlink point. I think we actually have never used that. Our 15 amp inlet. Also, if you're at a caravan park, down here, we've got all the 12 volt goods. So we've got the inverter, solar controllers, all our fuse panels. It's actually got 180 amp, if anyone knows electrical terms, AC charger in it. So we have 680 amps of lithium in here. That means in about 3.5 hours, we'll be back to 100% charge if we plug in at a caravan park from 0%. That's a cool thing. I like that, nerdy. In here, we've got the lithium batteries, like I said, 2 340 amp lithium batteries, all secured and fit snug. And we've partnered 680 amps of lithium with 1200 watts of solar on the roof and a 440 watt blanket. So 1640 watts of solar and 680 amps of lithium. We are loving it. Jess is running the aircon most nights, and I'm there waking up at 2 o'clock saying, why is this aircon still on? And I look at the charge and it's at like 70%. Around here we've got another hull. This is the doggy hull, or Harley and Clooney hull. Dog food, Arctic semi gear, only the best. Toys, life jackets, all the goodies. And coming around further, the other side of the hull, you don't need to see in that. And my toolbox, which was left open. So it just slides out. Jess made me declutter my tools now that we're back near home. So this is all I'm leaving with this time. What's around further? So I said the gas bottles were put in the box. They're in here, all the way out of the elements, not external. I'd rather it. We had the option, our last van was external, and just having it in the toolbox, away, neat, I like it. Oh, diesel heater. Almost forgot. So we used this once, and that was coming out of Melbourne. It was 0 degrees, and we were like, oh, we're going to use this every single night. It is unreal, but we haven't had a cold night since. So I'm actually looking forward to a cold night just to pump the diesel heater. While I've got you around here, number 1 or 2 of my favorite things on this van, if you saw my last video, the Blackjack trailer jack is mint. So pull up to site, 12 volt, flick it on, raise it up or down. Absolutely beautiful. All the normal goodies on the front of your van. The Dio, shackle, 12 pin plug, Anderson for DC to DC, chains, all those goods. I've thrown the stone stomper on. Thrown it actually from the last car and last van to here. It didn't quite reach the point I wanted it to reach, so I've just attached it to the bottom of the toolbox here, and it will do the same trick. What else have I got around here? Oh, number 1 thing. So it's the Blackjack, or this is the electric awning. When we were in South Australia for 3 months, we had windy nights almost every single night, and just being able to hit a button like that, walk out of your van, and the thing shuts itself is a game changer for us, because there were nights when we were out here in our undies pulling this thing in windy weather, and it was shocking. So every night now, button, done. That's pretty much the external of the van. I don't think there's a lot else I need to go over, and if there is, I'm sure I'll go over it in another